I guess most of you are married, and every marriage is a clash of worldviews. Have you noticed that? Oh, my husband again, 40 years of marriage, and he's still. Have you heard something like that? Because we don't know about worldviews, we don't know how to change them. All this information that a baby takes to form a worldview is stored in a sacred place in his brain or her brain. That place is a sacred place because you cannot change anything there. What I'm trying to say is that worldviews are hard to change. And they are a legacy. They go through generations for thousands of years. They can go through generations for thousands of years. I mean, I'm saying that they cannot be changed, okay? But they can be changed. The first thing is that they cannot be changed because mostly people are not aware they have a specific worldview. So if they don't know they have glasses of certain color, they will never figure out that the world is not that way. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that you can change a worldview, but to do that, you need the biblical discipleship. Okay? To change a worldview, you need biblical discipleship. But that's a tradition, a powerful and amazing tradition that we Christians have lost. We have traded discipleship with biblical classes, where we go, take notes, learn verses by heart, and that's it. But that doesn't change a worldview. Preachings don't change worldviews. No, absolutely no. They teach nice things, but I mean, once a baby has formed a worldview, the rest of information will be stored in another place where they can learn learn another thing or that. But it won't affect its worldview. A worldview is not only information. A worldview is you yourself. Okay? A worldview is what you really are. And that doesn't change easily. It's an information that is hard to break, hard to take away, hard to replace. When Jesus said, it's better giving than receiving, have you noticed that there's a worldview conflict there? What does your culture say? You will always struggle with that verse. Really, you will really do. Those ideas will change with a little bit of blood. But you can change them. The day you change that, you will be so happy giving. You will be so satisfying. But at this side of the world, you say, no, I don't think that happened. I don't even want to try. But if that event happens, and you are able to replace that idea and to put that God's truth, and it's there, you will be another person. People won't believe who you are. So the problem with our Christianity is that we are Christians, we love Jesus, we really do. He changed our lives. In conversion, sometimes the Lord makes some of this work, but not all, because He left a commandment. Go and disciple. Discipling is the way we show our faith. We believe God. And He wants us to do it manually and daily. Manually and daily. It's like going to the army. You know, the army, well, discipleship and this discipline sound like coming from the same word, right? Have you noticed? Because you cannot change your worldview without discipline. You need discipline. So when someone goes to the army and gets trained, and many things happen to this person, when they come out, they are not the same. And they'll never go back to the same person. Oh, that's great. I don't have to go to the army. I will sleep all day long. They don't do. They don't. Early in the morning, they are ready. It's like the mouse. You took away the walls, but they're still doing the same thing, you know? Because that's the power of a worldview. It's because he's not the same person. If you are in a community where machismo is the worldview, parents will spend money in educating the boy. But what happens when you don't educate the girl? If you educate the girl, she will be a mother and she will be able to educate her own children. And probably, in time, just by doing that, you have broken, the chain of poverty in generations. Just because the mother is a better person, more educated. And in every poor community, you will find machismo as a common factor of the culture. Okay, so one of the things we have to do as Christians, is to take God's truth. In my community, they say that it's better to be a man than to be a woman. But what does the Bible say? What does the Bible say? They were made in God's image, both. They are both valuable. But remember this, because of my worldview, I see women, I see them with no value. And that's powerful. I have a story about this. While we were in Guatemala, we understood this very easily. So we were working as in a development and relief organization in the communities. So as believers, we decided to make a commitment. We are going to convince every parent to send their daughters to school. No matter what, we will insist. We will never stop doing it. And there was this friend. He's one of the most amazing believers I met in my life. He's an indigenous man. And he told me this story. I was talking to a man of the community about sending his girl to school, and there was no way to convince this man. We were just walking on the road. But all of a sudden, in front of us was the school of the community. The school of the community has 10 teachers. But indigenous communities don't have teachers of their own. Most of them come from the city by bus, And it was funny, but out of 10 teachers, 9 were women, 9 were women. So we were talking, and I couldn't convince her, and I saw they were, getting down from the bus, and I saw them, and I said, yeah, okay, you tell me, do you think a teacher is a better person than you? And he said, yeah, okay, that's true. Do you think that a teacher is a person that can make much more money than you? Of course, they get very well paid. So is it great to be a teacher? Yeah, okay, look at them. They are women. And he saw them and he said, right, I never saw it. You know why? Because a worldview lets you see things in one way and blocks your mind so you won't see the truth the other way.